So, good afternoon, everyone. It's a privilege to welcome all of you to our special webinar, Student Visa Insights 2025. So, as we gather today, the landscape of international education is evolving at an unprecedented pace, shaped by shifting government policies, heightened global demand, and emerging trends in the student mobility, inclusively and post-study opportunities. Meanwhile, other traditional destinations such as Canada, US, and Australia are recalibrating their immigration and student visa policies, which has encouraged students to consider a wider range of countries, especially across Europe and Asia. Students' global student mobility is estimated to reach nearly 9 million by the end of this decade, highlighting both the tremendous opportunities and the new complexities facing students, educators, and policymakers worldwide. At the same time, evolving immigration requirements, financial regulations, and work prospects are prompting students and their families to become more strategic in their decision making. Students, today's session will shine a spotlight on these trends and provide practical insights for all stakeholders in the international education sector. I look forward to a stimulating and interactive discussion with my fellow team members and our esteemed participants. Now I will hand over to Mr. Bhupender, who will guide you further for this webinar. Bhupender, can you please start your presentation, please?
Thank you so much for this opportunity, sir. So it's a very good afternoon to all of you who are joining the webinar. So our today's webinar is on how we shortlist the country, how we shortlist the course, and how we see the future of the prospect for the chosen country. So in today's scenario, like you all know that currently USA, most of the students are not going for a USA. Well, because there is a statistical issue for the visa and all. There is a delay. There is some sort of a governmental issue with the US as well. So apart from this, most of the students are preferring European countries over there. So our top destination right now is like France, Australia, UK, and New Zealand as well. So apart from Canada, why I started to mention Canada over here is just because in 2024 when the Trudeau is over their PM, at that time they set up the consulates in India, and India also do the same for them. So just because of that, there's a lot of delay. There are a lot of time period for the appointments and all. So all the students who are at the time they are planning for Canada, they just move to other options, just like Finland over there, Ireland over there. So new countries are emerged for the upcoming study abroad scenario. So in today's scenario, we will talk about only about the country selections, course selections, and the part-time and the post-study work visa opportunities over there. So if we talk about study abroad, then if you prefer after completing 12, if you prefer for a free studies, if you're looking for a quality of education and you do not want to spend much, then Germany is the best options. If you start learning German from your side, and if you have a good score in your 12, apart from if you score 80 plus or something like that, then you will ultimately eligible to get a English program in Germany. Either if you have a low score, don't worry, you can go for a government university or public university as well. They are offering free tuition fee and just getting a minimal semester contribution fee. It's around 250 to 230 euro. So it's not so much. If you convert in Indian currency, it will ultimately cost you around 22 to 30,000. So it's very similar to Indian universities. This is this kind of amount you are paying to the Indian university as well. So if you are want to start learn German, here we are for German as well, for French as well, for Japanese as well. Why? Because there are a lot of countries who are emerging in the study abroad scenario where every country wants skills student, STEM field student, so that they can explore their market with the technical STEM field students, so they will grow ultimately. And why? Because most of the countries are focusing on innovation, technology, AI driven aspect there. So that's why they are upscaling the post study work visa for STEM field student as well. We have lot of students here, Dr. Parul is here. Currently, she is looking for Germany. So, as a medical student, they get ultimately advantage over the non-STEM field students. So, Apart from the STEM field, if you go for a business program as well for the European countries or either for Australia or New Zealand, the prospects are very similar for the study visa and post study work visa, and for the PR pathway as well. So apart from regular mode, we have some hybrid courses as well with us. Suppose if student did not have that high band score in IELTS, either he have a gap in their studies, either he have not so much funds in their account. So we have a hybrid model for them as well. So in this growing world, everybody's want to get a high quality of education. Why? Because like most of the companies are working in India are MNCs. So MNCs are want that the student will know the international language as well and the international exposure as well. So to meet their expectations, so most of the Indian students are moving abroad. When like if you go for like 3 year back, the China is the number one player in the study abroad field. Like chunk of the Chinese students are going for Europe and this American continent on all. But right now, Indian students are dominating this sector. So it's time for Indian students. So we are here with the ultimate solutions. Either you go with the regular mode, either you go with the pathway mode. So it's totally depend upon the students and their profile. So we do free profile evaluation and university shortlisting for you and free guidance from our side. That's why we today host this seminar just to guide you. And if you have any query, please put it on the chat box. Then we will answer it. And right now, I will introduce you our senior consultant Nitin ji, who is handling the hybrid model. So please, Nitin sir. Could you please guide us on the hybrid model as well?
I think Bhupinder, I think Nipin will not be able to do this because he's in the like attending session.
Ending session, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we can tell our clients what is a hybrid model actually. So basically, if you want to do an MBA in Germany, it's a 1 year MBA. So 6 months you can do online here in India, and 6 months you can do here in Germany, and you will get the same post-study work visa also. We will help you in like learning the German language, will free of cost, and will help you learning the like English language, the IELTS preparation. That is all together free of cost. There are no charges. Will help you in filing the visa also. So in this scenario, the current scenario, the hybrid model is also very famous right now. So I mean, if there are any questions from your side, Ankush, Harsh, Maha, Vishav, Parul, Shubham, any question from your side you can ask. Can Nibin join?
And Nibin sir is also on the line. Nibin sir, could you please start on the hybrid part?
So students, in the meantime, I would like to tell you the current reality. What is the current reality? I mean, we are witnessing a dramatic shift in the international education ecosystem right now. The United States, traditionally the world's leading destination for international students, has implemented sweeping visa restrictions with fixed 4 year limits, mandatory social media screening, and visa fee that have increased by $274 per application. I mean, these changes have resulted in a staggering 28.5%, decline in the international student arrivals, with Indian students facing nearly 50% reduction in the visa approvals. So these are the facts. I mean, this is not to we do not want to discourage you from study abroad, but we want to tell you the truth. What is the reality right now going on? I mean, yes, there are emerging opportunities also in this shifting landscape. For example, within this challenging environment, new opportunities are emerging, like countries like Japan are aggressively expanding their international student program, aiming for 4 lakh students by 2033. Germany, Netherlands, Ireland, and emerging destinations in Asia are positioning themselves as a viable alternatives with more welcoming policies and innovative program offerings. So, I mean, these are the current scenarios that you need to check. Bhupendra, would you like to add on?
Yeah, Nibin sir is join us back. Maybe there is a network issue. So Nibin sir, will you please start on the hybrid part? And we will take the query of Harsh. Harsh is having a query. He's asking about what about the PhD in Germany in economics, and I have a master's here. and cost of living and expenditure. Sure. So, Harsh, if you are looking for a PhD in Germany, so what do you have to do? Firstly, you have to find a courses whether which university is offering relevant to your course. Firstly, when you get the info from the DART website, then you will ultimately connect with the uh, your supervisor, or like who the guiding you. Who you will find to have a guide over there in the university. Then you will connect with them, and it's a kind of a job interview. You have to give, you have to schedule an interview with your guide, and then he will ask you why you want to do a PhD in this particular topic, and what do you want to take the major subjects and all. We have this kind of a research, and so these all are discussion between in an interview, and after you will get qualify the interview, then you will get the enrollment from the university, and it is like paid. In all the university, it's a paid PhD, so we will get the stipend from the university as well as accommodation and all kind of facilities are over there. So anything else, Harsh, you do want to ask? You have also mentioned the cost of living and expenditure over there. So if you talk about the cost of expenditure over there, like it's would you cost around 11 to 12 lakh in Indian currency if you calculate, and if you go for a euro, then it will ultimately cost you 1,000 to 1,200 euro a month, right? And for a year, it will be cost around like 12,000 euro for your living expense. Why? Because the cost of rental are increasing just because of the Ukraine war and all. The cost of living is a bit high in Europe, but yeah, it's a matter of time when things will get settled down. Ultimately, the cost of living will be maybe a bit lower, but government are currently providing subsidies to the people so that they will cope up with the inflation. So still, Germany is the best option if you want to do PhD over there. Anyone?
Govinda, just one question from my side. I mean, what is the like alternative for US? Because today also we have seen one more restriction from Trump. He has restricted H-1B visas, and the company who will be sponsoring the workers through H-1B visa, they need to spend the 1 lakh US dollars per year on that. So I mean, in a shortcut, they are like restricting the H-1B visas also. So people will not apply further in US now. So what do you think? I mean, what is the best alternative for US now?
Currently, the cost of getting a US visa is like bit high. If you go for a US, then you have to a budget of like 50 to 80 for a minimum master's courses. And if you go for a renowned master's courses or renowned universities, then ultimately it would cost you to 1 crore to 2 crore as well. So we have a pathway program for the same, but still, if you do not want US, then we have a Finland over there, Germany over there, Ireland over there, French is over there, France is over there. So we have this kind of a good European country where the standards are same. The cost of living is as lower as similar to European countries. And the best thing about the European countries are that the happiness index are like quite good as compared to the US. There is no shooting culture as well. Why? Because on a daily basis, you will heard about the shooting cases in the US and racist against the Indians and Asian community. So these kind of things you don't find in Finland, you don't find in Germany. Yeah, there's our case bit from 1 or 2, but there we can say assumptions. We can conclude it as an assumption. But if you compare US with the European, so Europe is like better, much safer, because that's why they call garden of the world. Europe, there is a saying for Europe that Europe is a garden of the world. So Finland is like one of the best destination for right now. Even Indian government has signed a MOU with the Finland government as well, with the Germany government as well. So it's a right time to move to Europe, apart from Canada, apart from US. So European countries are like more on
welcoming nature. Yeah.
Welcoming. You don't get so much delays in the visa part, and the course are like more similar to the US. There is not so much difference. If you go for a QS ranking, you will find like 49 to 50 students. If you go for top 200 universities, then ultimately you'll find 75 to 80 universities are only from Europe, and 30 are from Germany only. So there is no difference between the education system and the quality of education. So it's a bit more similar. Just because America have their Silicon Valley and their tech oriented industries are over there. But right now, even European are building their own social medias, own networking sites. So these are like technically shift towards the from America to Europe and towards the Asia as well.
And if you can put some light on, I mean, what is the visa success rate for like countries like Germany, and what is the time duration that it takes?
Sir, for if you talk about the Germany, then the visa success rate for Germany is like around 99% from our side. So if you go for like all in all, it's like 98 to 97 if you conclude for the whole India. But from our consultancy, it's a 99%. And if you talk about the language part, we will also guide you in the language. We will provide language courses as well, purely online. You can learn language from our side by sitting at your home. And if you talk about the processing time, then you will take for let us take like 2 months for IELTS or either for German language or the initial language. Like suppose if you done A1 or A2 over there, though it ultimately takes your around 2 months, not more than that. And if you consider IELTS, then it ultimately take 1 month or 45 days to get a IELTS a good band, right? So after getting your IELTS and PT, then you go for a APS. So APS is a sort of a your background verification for your education studies. After getting your APS, you can apply through the DART website. Either you have applied through the UniAssist. So ultimately, for getting an offer letter from the German university, it will around take 1 month only. After getting your offer letter, you can start your process to book the appointment in the VFS or either in the embassy. And then, so if I conclude, it ultimately take not more than 5 or 4 months for getting a visa and getting enrolled in the German university. And the intakes are from May to August and from October to January. Till some university are offering till February as well. So if you want to start your German process, then ultimately start prior from the deadline for a 4 month prior. If you're like looking for a winter semester, then try like 4 months before. And if you try for a summer semester, then accordingly start your process before the deadline. So I have another question. Do I have to learn German language to do my PhD? See, for doing PhD over there is no mention over there that you need to learn German. But yeah, university include in their curriculum that we will guide you in learning the German language as well. But it's a plus point. If you know the German till B1 level, either B2 level, it's a totally plus point. But yeah, universities are also offering some courses along with your PhD. So for 6 months, you have to take 1 or 2 hour of classes in the university to get engaged with the familiar with the language. But German is like, if you're looking for a German, so German language are much important. Why? Because everybody speaks in the German. Nobody wants to take English as their second language. So they feel like proud in their language. So I will suggest if you go for after you completing your education, then if you jump to the market, then ultimately if you have a German language, then you are the savior. You will save yourself. Otherwise, there is a lot of competition from the whole world. You cannot stand yourself apart from the competition. So it's my suggestion. And if somebody wants to start German language, we will guide you in the German language as well, and we will guide you for the intakes and how we apply for the good university, how to get an offer letter from the university, and the VFS and embassy part as well. And another question is from Harsh is which is the better for PhD, US or Germany? So it's a great question, Harsh. Let me conclude it. If you compare US and Germany, so yeah, US is also a great option for you. Why? Because their earnings are high, right? And the universities are like top-notch universities are over there. If you talk, but Germany is not less if you compare with the US. Even Germany is like having a oldest university, which is running from 1100 BC. So Germany is also having a university where the Nobel Prize winner are there. Like if you talk about Ohm's law, if you heard about the Ohm, so it's diverted from the German scientists. So we have a lot of German scientists who have done their PhDs in the German universities. So there is, I don't think so that there is a huge gap if you compare US with the Germany. Anything would you like to include in that, sir?
Well, Harsh was like asking to learn the German language. So, I mean, it is always recommended to learn this language while going to Germany. I mean, you'll get the extra perks also, I mean, while doing job there. So it is, I mean, add value to your CV only. So I mean, I'll suggest you to learn this language. There's no harm in this. And
Mhm.
second, sir, I mean, the one question that students always ask is, what is the earning part? I mean, how much they can earn in a year. So this is a very critical question, and it is very important to answer this question also. So would you put light on this segment as well?
Sure, sure, sir. So, if you talk about the Germany for the part-time work, initially, if you start your studies over there, then initially you will find a part-time job over there. So, 1 month will take for the city registration, all kind of documentation and all. And after you getting your city registration and the ID card and all, then you will start applying for the part-time jobs. Why? Because you have a register some sort of, if in India we have a bank account, PAN card and all. So this kind of a document will take 1 month. So we don't say you tell when you land over there and for next day you can start your work. This is not the case at all. So for you have to wait for 1 month and completing your document, then you can start your part-time job. And right now Germany is like offering 13 euro per hour. It's a government rate, 12 point something. So we can calculate it approx 13 euro per hour. So it's a very basic. If you graduated and doing some sort of a technical masters over there, suppose you are like software engineer and doing your masters over there in computer science or something like that. So university will offer you some sort of a collaborate. They have a collaboration with the industries, some startups as well. So they will offer you 17 euro, 18 euro, 20 euro, even 27 euro. One of my friends is getting us 27 euro as an internship. Currently is studying in University of Düsseldorf, and he's getting like 27 euro from his part-time job. So ultimately, he's making like around 25 to 300, 3,000 euro in a month. So part-time jobs are having a like good aspect as compared to UK. Why? Because in UK, our Indian students are doing their odd job, some sort of construction work, some sort of these kind of things are doing their delivery jobs and all. But Germany don't have that kind of a scenario. If you have a skill, if you have that kind of a quality, and if you have a language advantage, then ultimately you will get a good amount of a part-time earning, vary from 1,000 to 1,200 euro for the basic. If you're getting a 13 euro per month per hour, and if you're getting a like more than, if you have like having a skill, suppose some person is having a digital marketing skill. So ultimately, if he go for an internship in a startup or either in a company, they'll ultimately getting 18 to 20 euro per hour. So ultimately, he's making 1,800 to 2,000 euro in a month. So the living expense will cost you around 800 to 1,000 euro, including your food, including your accommodation cost, including your transportation and all, and even your internet bill, electricity bill, and other expenses as well for your funds and all other activities. Not more than 1,000. It's totally depend upon the person how much he want to spend. But on an average, the cost of living it cost you around 800 to 1,000 euro. And if you move towards the bigger cities, some sort of Munich, Frankfurt, so yeah, they are a bit expensive city as well in Germany. But the per euro pays are like bit high as compared to the lower city. If you talk about the compare Heidelberg with the Munich, so in Heidelberg you will get 12.46 euro per hour. But if you go for the Munich, then ultimately the lower wages start from the 15 euro. So depends upon the city and the cost of the living over there. So, similar to India, if you move to the Delhi, you ultimately find the cost of living are high, but as compared to Chandigarh, but salaries are as higher. So if you work in Chandigarh, ultimately maybe you get around 40 or 50,000 a month. But same job if you do in Bangalore, then ultimately you get 80,000, 90,000. Why? Because the Bangalore is like high cost of living. So the rental costs are a bit high, their food cost a bit high. So groceries are a bit high, so charges are so similar to the Germany as well. Why? Because Munich is like their financial capital, and they cost you around much in between like 1,200 to 1,500 euro as a student. And if you are a working professional over there, then ultimately you will have to pay 1,800 to 2,000 euro. Why? Because you increase your standard as you get a full-time job over there. You will need a single apartment. You will now want to have a good meal. Now you want a good clothes and good luxury. So totally depends on the person and person. But I have given the range for the student as well. And after completing your study, if you move to the full-time job, the cost of living. Anything who wants to ask me, you can put in a chat box or in a Q&A box, and I will revert to it. Sir, would you like to add something on the hybrid part? Because we have Ankush
I
is
think
here.
we have, yeah, I think we
Shubham
have,
is also here.
yeah, sure. So, is there any how much gap is allowed from Shubham Thapa?
Shubham is having a 7 year of gap in his study, and from apart
Okay.
from 7 year, he is working professional. So currently, he's also working. So he wants to move to Australia. So could you please guide him?
Yeah, sure. So he has done graduation. I think. What is the like
No, sir.
academic
He
background?
drop his graduation and start working as a full time employee in a company. So he haven't complete his bachelor degree.
He has not completed his bachelor's degree. So,
So right now he is looking for a diploma courses relevant to his work experience.
okay, so he's looking for diploma courses. So I'll suggest to like take the documents first. We'll go through the documents, and then we can guide him for any college in Australia, because the L1, L2 universities won't be accepting the like so much of gap after plus two, because we'll be taking the plus two as a like base study, base qualification. So
Mhm.
after plus two, there's a huge gap, and that is not acceptable. So the
Mhm.
college dropout is, this is a critical case. I mean, we'll have a look at it and we can suggest some options to him. First, take the
Mhm.
documents from him. And
Got it.
is it done with the IELTS or NEPT English
No,
test?
currently he is preparing for it, sir.
He's preparing for it. Okay,
He is preparing
right.
for it. And even Ankush is preparing for PT as well. He had done his B pharmacy in India, and right now he wants to move to Australia for his master's degree. So could you please get a bit light
Yeah,
on?
when did he complete his like graduation?
He graduated just on this year, like 2025.
He's
Just
completed, already
just
completed.
graduated. Yeah, just graduated.
Okay, right, fair enough. So he has done graduation in which segment?
B pharmacy,
Which
sir.
B pharmacy. So you can like there are various like pharmaceutical courses, pharmacy masters courses that he can
Mhm.
choose from, and we have very good universities in L1 segment, L1,
Mhm.
L2. So we can file his case. The requirement would be higher. I mean, he need to score at least 6.5 in each segment
Mhm.
in PDE or IELTS. So there are various options. You just collect the documents. We will give him various options in Australia.
Mhm.
Any preferred city he wants to like go over in Australia?
He is focusing on Sydney and Melbourne. Ankush, please put something in the chat box as well, so we'll get your queries. But right now, he told me that he is looking for a Sydney and Melbourne only.
He will get the like good institution. What is his score in graduation?
7.4, I guess, SGPA,
7.4 CGPA. Okay,
CGPA.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. We'll get the like admission done
And
if he
one
like
of my
qualifies
friend is
well.
also here, sir. It's Mahavishap.
Uh-huh.
So he's looking for a MBA in European countries. So I suggest him Germany and France and Finland as well. So
Okay.
he had done his IELTS with 5.5 band. And complete his BBA in 2023 and having a 3 years of work experience as well. Currently, he's working at Industrial Bank as assistant manager.
Okay, right, fair enough. So in Finland, there is a limited scope because that the window that opens for the intake is very small.
Mhm.
And yes, so he can look for other countries like Germany. He can choose. He can choose other countries like France. He can choose, and he needs to score at least 6.5 bands overall in IELTS. And what
Mhm.
is his score in BBA?
It's 6.8 as CGPA.
6.8 CGPA. Okay. So that's okay. I mean, we'll get the admission done. That is not an issue. Yes.
Mhm. So anyone who wants to have a query, please put in the chat box. Either puts your hand up and I will answer it, and even sir will also help you out if you have any doubt or query. Either we will conclude this seminar. I guess if you do not have any query, yeah, Harsh is having a yeah, Harsh. I love you. You can ask your question if you want to speak. If somebody wants to ask a question on a voice note, you can ask. I will allow you, and you can put your hand. Then I will allow you, and you can ask your questions.
Have you answered this question? How much long I have to for my visa appointment after submitting all documents for both US and Germany? I guess you have answered this question.
Yeah, I've concluded, but I did not mention about the US process. So Harsh, I will tell you one thing. The US is like taking a much time as compared to the Germany part. Why? Because their appointments delays are there. They are not right now. They are not giving any kind of IV-20 offer letters are there, not there. So it will take like around 8 to 9 months if you go for a USA, right? You can conclude in between 6 months as well, but totally depends upon the profile to profile. But I suggest if you want to fast track your process for a study abroad, then ultimately go for Germany. Why? Because you can conclude Germany study visa within like 4 months, 3 months. If you have IELTS in your hand, then ultimately 2 months or max to max 3 months you will get the visa. But if you compare it with the US, yeah, you get, but the possibility of getting the visa is like a bit lower as compared to Germany. So we will suggest you if you go for a Germany. Why? Because the success rate of Germany from our side is 99%, and if you go for US, there are some time issue as well. There are some geopolitical equations as well. If you follow geopolitics as well. So as a current scenario, I'm not saying for a whole year or from in future, but if you conclude a current scenario, then Germany is better edge over US. Also, do you have any guidance for US visa appointment? Yeah, if you want to book your US visa, then ultimately you just have a IB-20 a kind of offer letter, your IDs, and all of this you have to get from the university, some sort of offer letter. When you have an offer letter, you ultimately same process. If you follow for the Germany and US, they having the same process. You have to book your appointment. You have to go for the consulate, and you will take along your documents and all, make that particular file, and then you will get your visa after getting a interview from the US embassy. But if you compare for the Germany, then you will, if you go for a master's program, then you will go for the VFS, and if you go for the bachelor's program, then you have to go through the embassy. But there is no kind of a VFS role in the US. You just have to visit their consulate or either in the embassy, and then get the visa from their side. So Germany is having a bit easier part. Why? Because you go for a VFS, and then VFS is having a higher chance to get a visa from the VFS as compared to the getting visa from embassy or either from the consulate.
And one more addition for US visa, I mean, you need to keep your social media very clean. There should be no, yeah, I mean, there should not be any like statement that is against US, so that you need to like check that also, because they are screening your social media also for all the applicants that have applied for the US visa.
They start doing this from like past 4 to 5 months. They are starting
Yes.
Donald Trump in the power. They are start doing this thing as well. Why? Because they don't want that kind of people who do decriminalization, like criminal activities in the country, or starting the other country propaganda in their country. They don't want to this kind of radical thought peoples are in the country. That's why they analyze your background deeply.
Yes.
So I guess we have covered all the part. We covered the study abroad country selection, and about the STEM field post-study work visa, cost of living, hybrid model as well. For those who are having a gap, either they are having a low band score or having a low budget, they have a hybrid model as well for them. And you can ultimately go over any country. If you want to go Australia, either New Zealand, either US, hybrid model is also there for whom those who have a low band, either they have a low budget, either they have a gap in their study. So to get the all insight, it's a totally overview from our side. If you want to get the proper insight, please just share your details with us, and then we will get a one-on-one Zoom meeting with you and guys, and then we will guide you properly for the your preferred country. Sir, would you like to add and something, and please conclude this?
Yeah, sure. I mean, this was a very good session, Bhupinder. I think you have covered all the points that a student might have while applying for any like visa for the country. So, anything, I mean, you want to like ask from us, students, I mean, you can get in touch with us. Our office is in like Sector 17C, Chandigarh, and we are always available online. I mean, 9:30 to 6 are the office timings, and we are processing the cases pan India. We are not just restricted to one region. We are like processing these cases pan India. We are getting cases from Maharashtra, from South India, from West India. I mean, we are getting all the cases, and we are getting it processed also. So you should not think like if you are not in Punjab, you are not in Chandigarh, you cannot get the case done. So this is not the case. You can always get in touch with us, and we'll
Yeah,
guide you thoroughly on this. Yes.
yeah, we can
So I
do
think we should.
one on call Zoom meeting as well. Right?
Yes, exactly, exactly, exactly. So I think we can conclude this session now. I mean, we can. Anything else from your side, Upinder?
Yeah, I'm done with this, sir. I have complete covered all the aspect of this seminar. So I guess we will conclude this. We will end this seminar, and then we will connect with the student. Those who are having any kind of a doubt, or please share your firstly share with your document. Then we will give you the suitable advice from our side. Why? Because until unless we do not get your document, how will suggest you something, right? So for getting a pure profile evaluation, we need your documents. So I will share you some checklist, and please share your document. Then we will conclude it and find a solution for you, and then we'll connect again on a Zoom meeting.
I think just one question left from my Ankush. Approximate fees of masters in Australia. So it varies, Ankush. I mean, it varies from $30,000 to $40,000. The range is like very high. So I mean, it depends on the course also. It depends on the location also. So I mean, once you give us the documents, we'll guide you everything on the like fees part. What is the like fees going on, and you'll get the scholarship also. There are various scholarships that going on. I mean, we can commit at least 20% scholarship on your the fees going on. Yes. And if you have a very good like profile academically and the IELTS wise also, then we can try to get more scholarship for you.
And sir, one of my student Shubham Thapa is asking that how much gap is allowed. So Shubham Thapa is looking for Australia. I discussed the case with you that he's having a 7 year of gap. So he's asking like how much gap is allowed for Australia. So could you please throw some
See,
insight?
after masters, we have get the admission done. I mean, for 10 years gap also. If you have a justified gap, you can justify your gap, then you can take admission even if you have a 7 years of gap. It should be justified with work experience and all the documents with you.
Okay, currently he's a working professional, so he has a
So
general work experience with the salary
yeah,
slip as well.
yeah. So he should he should have the like offer letter, the increment letter, the experience letter, along with the salary slips, and the salary should be credited in the bank only, not cash in hand.
No, no, he's not getting in hand cash. The salary is credited in his bank, purely in his bank.
Yes.
So I guess for Shubham, we can pitch him a hybrid model. Why? Because hybrid model is like having a more success rate as compared to the regular mode. If you go for Australia, because like there is a gap also. So and that's why we will suggest you to go through the hybrid model as well, right, sir?
Yeah, sure. I think we can like stop the session because yeah. Anything else you want to?
I think we have answered all the queries from the student side. And if you have a further query, just ping me a message. Just give me a mail either on a WhatsApp, or like either give me a mail, either put a message on my WhatsApp. Then we will connect for the further process. So yeah, we will conclude this. Thanks a lot, guys, for your valuable time and to connect with us, and have a good session on study abroad and pathway program as well. So I will like to end this session, and thanks a lot. Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable time, and thank you so much to all of you who have attended our webinar. Thank you so much.